Today our topic is meiosis. The process of meiosis occur in germline cells which produces gametes. What is cell division of gametes called? It is called as meiosis. A single germ cell divides into 4 unique daughter cells. Daughter cells have half the number of chromosomes as parent cell, so they considered haploid. So there are few points to be noted. First one is 4 unique daughter cells. Unique daughter cells means all the daughter cells are different from each other and also from their parent cells. And point number 2 is the daughter cells have half the number of chromosomes as of their parent cells. So during meiosis the number of chromosomes reduced to half, while in case of mitosis the number of chromosomes remain same. What are gametes? Gametes are actually the reproductive cells. There are 2 types of gametes, that is eggs and sperms. So meiosis occur only in germline cells which produce gametes, while mitosis occurs in somatic cells. Somatic means body cells. All bodily cells reproduce by the process of mitosis, while the germline cells divides by the process of meiosis, and as a result of meiosis gametes are produced. So there are 2 types of gametes, that is sperms and eggs. What is the difference between haploid and diploid? In genetics a terminology is used called ploidy. Ploidy means the number of sets of chromosomes in cells. If the number of sets are half, that is single set of chromosomes is present, it is called haploid. And if there are 2 sets of chromosomes in a cell, this is called a diploid cell. So haploid cells means 1 copy of each chromosome, and haploid cells are designated as small n. Small n represents the number of chromosomes in one set. So haploid number of chromosomes are present in gametes, while diploid cells having 2 sets of chromosomes, it means there are 2 chromosomes of each type of chromosome. It is designated as 2n, and diploid cells are diploid chromosomes are present in somatic cells. Diploid organisms receive 1 of each type of chromosome from each parent. That is, diploid organisms receive half chromosomes from female parent, while other half chromosomes it receives from male parent, that is father. So in simple words, diploid organism receive half chromosomes from its mother, while other half chromosomes it receives from its father. There is another important term used in genetics is homologous. Chromosomes exist in homologous pairs in diploid cells. Homologous chromosomes are actually a pair of chromosomes in which 1 chromosome came from mother and other chromosome came from father. The homologous pair are similar in their size, in their structure, number of genes, and they control similar character. For example, one chromosome came from mother and it contained 3 genes for eye color, skin color and hair color, and its homologous other part came from father, and it also contained the same 3 genes. So these are similar in size, in position, in structure, and both chromosomes of homologous pair have same number of genes. In case of humans, there are total 46 chromosomes in human cells. There are 46 chromosomes in diploid human cells, and total number of pairs are 23. Out of 23 pairs of chromosomes, 22 pairs of chromosomes are homologous pairs, and these are called as autosomal chromosomes. So in humans there are 22 autosomal homologous pairs, while the 23rd pair of chromosomes is called sex chromosomes, and it is not a homologous pairs, as sex chromosomes contain a X chromosome and Y chromosome. X chromosome is a larger chromosome, while Y chromosome is a smaller chromosome. X chromosome contain different genes, while Y chromosome contain different genes. So in case of human females, sex chromosomes are homologous, as females contain XX, while in case of human males, sex chromosomes are heterozygous, that is 1X and 1Y, while autosomal pairs remain same in case of males and females. Okay, let's start meiosis. In meiosis there are 2 divisions of the nucleus, or simply we can say meiosis is can be divided into 2 broader phases, that is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. And as a result of meiosis, sex cells are simply known as gametes are formed. Okay, let's start the mechanism of meiosis. There are 2 phases of meiosis, that is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. First of all, we will discuss the meiosis 1. The meiosis 1 is further divided into 2 phases, that is karyokinesis and cytokinesis. Karyokinesis is further divided into 4 phases, that is prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1. The 1 represents the steps of meiosis 1. In prophase 1, the basic events are same as in mitosis, that is the breakdown of nuclear envelope, the condensation of chromatin material to form chromosomes, duplication of centrioles, and migration towards opposite pole, the formation of spindle fibers, attachment of spindle fibers to the kinetochore region of chromosomes. But the uniqueness of meiosis is the phenomena of crossing over. During crossing over, the homologous chromosomes pairs up, they make pairs with each other, homologous chromosomes while pairing, they exchange their segments, and this phenomena is known as crossing over. So crossing over means the exchange of chromosomal segments between homologous chromosomes. So homologous chromosomes के दरमियान क्रोमोसोमल मटेरियल के एक्सचेंज करने को क्रॉसिंग ओवर कहा जाता है. So crossing over is a unique process of meiosis. So after all these events, the next phase is metaphase 1. During metaphase 1, homologous pairs of chromosomes align in the equatorial plate of the cell. Then comes anaphase 1. During anaphase 1, the spindle fibers makes the homologous chromosomes separate. Spindle fibers contract and they pull apart homologous chromosomes. One chromosome moves toward one side of the cell, while other chromosome moves opposite side. So there is a difference between mitosis and meiosis is during mitosis the sister chromatid separates, while in meiosis during anaphase 1 the homologous pair of chromosomes separates. So this is the difference. Then during telophase 1 nuclear envelope forms, spindle fiber disappear, chromosomes become decondensed and appear as a chromatin material, and in a cell there are now two nuclei. Then it is followed by cytokinesis. During cytokinesis, cell divides into two cells. Now meiosis 1 completes. After completion of meiosis 1, now there are two daughter cells, and each daughter cell has half number of chromosomes. So in case of human, for example, in case of human cells, meiosis starts from the parent cell which has 46 chromosomes, and after meiosis 1 now there are two daughter cells, and each daughter cell now has 23 chromosomes. Then meiosis 2 starts. During meiosis 2, same steps are occurred, that is prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. During prophase 2, the same events occur which were happened during mitosis. So in other words, meiosis 2 is quite similar to mitosis. So in this case, the prophase 2, the same events happen, that is the nuclear envelope broken down, chromosomes become condensed, chromatin material become condensed, movement of centriole, spindle fiber formation, etc. Then during metaphase 2, the alignment of chromosomes. During anaphase 2, the separation of chromatids. So it is similar to mitosis. Now chromatids separates during anaphase 2. Then telophase 2. During telophase 2, again two nuclei develop, and it is followed by cytokinesis, and as a result there are now 4 daughter cells, and all 4 daughter cells has 23 chromosomes, and each chromosome is different from other cells. So all 4 daughter cells are different from each other and their parent cells. As we have discussed, that meiosis occur in germ-line cells, and as a result of meiosis gametes are produced. Here we can see in this slide that in diploid organism, ovaries and testes respectively in males and females. In females there are ovaries are present, while in case of males testes are present. In both ovaries and testes there are germ-line cells in which meiosis occur. In ovaries, after meiosis, gamete produced which is called egg, while in testes meiosis occur, and as a result sperms are produced. Both sperm and egg are fertilized, that is they combine together and form a zygote. Zygote is a diploid. So gametes are haploid while zygote is diploid. Then zygote is divided by mitosis repeatedly, and during development the zygote transform into an individual, an organism which is diploid, and the life cycle repeats again and again. Genetic variations are the result of meiosis because due to the crossing over, all the gametes are unique and are different from each other. That's why as a result of each fertilization, a unique combination of chromosomes appear. That's why the siblings of a same parent are quite different from each other. They are unique, they are quite dissimilar from each other, and this is the result of crossing over and meiosis. So there are there are different phenomena that cause the uniqueness and variations. First one is random fertilization, which we discussed in previous slide. Random fertilization mean each sperm has equal chance to fertilize an egg. So in every time different sperm will fertilize a different egg, and unique zygote will be produced. Other ways of genetic variations are crossing over, which occur during prophase 1, and independent assortment in metaphase 1. These both events are quite important because crossing over is also a random event each time. So different type of segments will be exchanged between homologous chromosomes. And independent assortment during anaphase is another phenomena, because the chromosomes moves toward different poles is extremely a random event. So each time the shuffling of chromosomes during anaphase 1 is different, and it result variations every time. Let's compare mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis results diploid cells, while as a result of meiosis haploid cells are produced. Mitosis is just like a cloning. Cloning means identical cells. So mitosis produces identical cells which are cloned, while in case of meiosis daughter cells are different from parent cells and from each other. In mitosis, same genetic information in parent cell and daughter cell. So the genetic information remains same generation after generation during mitosis. While in case of meiosis, daughter cells have half the number of chromosomes as somatic cells. So as a result of meiosis, chromosome genetic material reduces. In case of mitosis, again the genetic combination and material remain same, unchanged, while in case of meiosis, shuffling of genes occur due to crossing over and randomly assortment during anaphase 1. This is a diagrammatic comparison of mitosis and meiosis, which we have discussed in previous slide.